Relationship is a disguise. It's a shadow. It's not real. It's just you out there. Let's come up from my perspective. You don't exist without me. You are me. You are one of my creations that I love that I love to play with. I've evolved to that place, that perspective of looking at you. In fact, we are no different essentially. If we measure all of our atoms and all of our chemicals, we're pretty much the same. But it doesn't stop there. People think with the mind, no, it's way different. No, it isn't. It's just that the mind is so much bigger and has so much more that we're only seeing this particular aspect of it. But I know that in that mind of yours, or that mind that you are, also contains what's here. Otherwise, you wouldn't recognize it when I say these things. You wouldn't say, oh, that, of course, that makes sense. Well, it made sense before you knew it. And now that you heard it in this particular moment as the big wheel of the infinite spins, you say, oh, of course, that makes sense. How could you know unless it's like multiple choice? You can't answer multiple choice questions unless you already know the answer which you forgot. I know that you forgot. And I know that you're just remembering this stuff and you're delighted that you can remember it and you're having fun with it. That's the level you're at. But other people are not at that level, but they still belong to me, or from your perspective, they belong to you. They're just part of you. And so relationship is just a mirror game. It's hide and seek. One of my major teacher, Muktananda, talked about it as the Lord's Club. Imagine a club where everybody is a lord. But a lot of stuff has to be done. The windows need to be cleaned. Somebody needs to run the meetings. Somebody needs to deal with people, deal with the public. But it's all, everybody's a lord. When you come into it, you'll see someone sweeping the floor. But it's an exclusive club. It's a lord sweeping the floor. See, everybody has the same gigantic, infinite capacity. They're all lords, and they're all one. And so, from my perspective, relationship is a disguise. You're disguised in another form, and it's cute. It's fun to play with you. I'm playing with myself. I created another self in my sandbox, and we're throwing water at each other, and we're laughing and giggling, and then I take my bucket and go home, and so do you. But it's all just one big game. And it's called Chit Vilasananda, the infinite play of consciousness. Chit Vilasananda. It's the play off of infinite being. If it isn't, and I happen to be wrong, it doesn't matter. But in my meditation, when I'm in samadhi, I know that there is no such thing as relationship. I know that we are all one. And I know that I can bask there for eternity and never change. And just bask in my own glory. But when I come out of meditation, I'm just a man who's 75 years old, who's doing therapy and doing some good work for the world while I'm here. And people say, oh, great, you got a legacy. And I say, yes, I do. Oh, thank you. So that's relationship. That's you and me. There's no I and you. As Fritz Perls says, I is I and you is you. Meaning there is only isness. And we're playing. Just like if you went to college and you meet a guy and you say, want to go out for a drink? And he does. And what do you do when you go out for a drink? Well, you talk about yourself, he talks about him, and you get to learn about each other, right? He learns a little about you, you learn a little about him, and you say, oh, isn't that neat? Oh, you do that too? And before you know it, you're looking for, what are you doing? You're looking for common ground, aren't you? You're not looking for things that are different. You say, well, I love psychotherapy. You're not looking for him to say, oh, that's all shit. You want him to say, me too. We're all looking for common ground in the same place. We're all one. Only trouble is, we forgot. Or shall I say, you forgot.
You're funny. I'm funny.
Yes.
We're funny.
Yeah, we're funny.